Welcome to Gambling.
For casino credit.
Absolute fucking bell end.
I just wanted to win, let's be real here.
I'm 100% getting fucking Steve Jobs at some point. Because we're a pile of absolute joke shop amateurs.
Buy it and stay, or buy it and gamble to win more.
Something big's going on over here.
We hired some scooters and bombed about the island.
I'm going to have to go and throw a javelin at an old woman. What an absolute fucking loser.
Hear me out, this might sound fucking crazy, but
I've got 3 months and I'll be out. You lot will fucking bin me.
Don't rush me, man.
See if we're any less of a complete pile of joke shops.
And our mission is simple: gambling done right.
Wanker.
God, that's impressive. That's like a record.
Oh, there's a shot. Let's go for it.
I hope he sat in his house right now and the fucking plane lands on it.
I just forget sometimes to mute my mic.
Wanker.
it's basically just a non-existent fucking shit-calling bunch of fucking arse.
Once gamblers established, fucking gambler. Once fucking Gimblies is established.
Yeah, mute your mic.
Fuck you guys.
What is wanking in reverse?
I'd rather get $100 and stuff it down my bell end.
Fucking yes! Good thing! There we go.
For those of you that have just joined us, do not listen back to the recording. It's not worth your time.
But yeah, it is. It's like building a house. It's difficult. Everybody thinks it's easy, and it isn't.
The man's a fucking clown, okay? He's a clown.
Oh, I could imagine.
I misunderstood something terribly when Andy said rug. I just went ahead and grabbed mine by accident. But good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I am probably sweating at this point. We tried Ovi. I tested 2 times before this stream, and I don't know what in the hell happened, but it's not working. So here we are. Hopefully y'all are joining us on X, and it's a good afternoon. It's good to see you guys very much. By the way, we need to change our intro a little bit. We have to add some Barilla lines in there because, now people know that he has a voice. He's showing up on X Spaces and live streams. People now know that he's more than just a short, angry Russian that does mounds of cocaine.
You're doing your best to get stabbed, dude. You're
This is how people get stabbed at 8fest.
yeah. But I'll see you at ApeFest. I'm gonna meet you.
that should be fun.
I'll pretend I'm shocked when I hear that you've been stabbed. Oh, you're kidding? You got stabbed at 8fest? That's weird.
I would much rather land in the hospital than in jail. I will say that. As long as you don't kill me and I can eventually leave, I don't mind. No problem.
No.
I just don't need anything more added to my record.
No,
that's not
best to avoid that.
It's not good. So for those of you who just joined us, welcome. We are Gamblor. This is us. Here we are. These fucking nut jobs right here, Gamblor. Our mission is simple: gambling done right. We're aiming to build the most premium, transparent, and entertaining casino for crypto. We're a team of Web3 veterans that survived everything: the bear, the rugs, the scams threw at us. We know what's needed, and that's what we'll deliver. That's why all our games are fully audited for fairness and security, and we're working on delivering the whole new level of transparency for our players. Guys, this is a big day. This is a huge day. We're going to be talking about the deck drop. But before we get to it, Let's check in with the guys. Let's see how we're doing. We've got Barilla, we've got Andy, we've got D here today. What's going on, gents? What's cooking? Anybody? I know I should have teed someone up individually, but I didn't. That's my bad.
Solid
Andy, how are you? I know Barilla's going to be talking plenty. So, Andy, what's good, man?
Not much. Just the usual. It's 31. This doesn't sound like much depending on which country you're in, but in the UK, 31 degrees Celsius is. I may as well be on the sun. And then there's no aircon. And then because the houses are made out of brick, rather than like the balsa wood facades that you get in America, no offense, no air goes through. They're just like, there is no air at Dizzy's rug now. That's it. You have to buy a stab vest. And there's just no air. And I'm literally fucking burning to death in my house. Yes, Jazzy, I have added a clock. There is now a clock.
There is?
Yeah, there's a.
Wow, can't even see that shit back there.
I know, it's because my office is dark. Very dark.
It's powerful.
It's just dark. I find it very comforting. I stopped short of painting the ceiling the same colour as the walls. But yeah, that's it. So sweating to death. Wish I was fucking dead. And I've got a clock. Thanks for coming, guys. I'll see you next week.
So
awesome. Our leader, everyone. Thank you.
Is that damn thing going to cuckoo during this fucking stream?
No, it's not. No, because it's turned off. As in, like, it's not wound up. I can't do the fucking bells like Malta. I can see the thing that you bought me over there. So the benefit of these clocks is you can actually stop the chime. It's like a thing inside that you can put a bar down when it's there's no chime.
You should put my noties sound as a ding. I think that would be.
My phone's on silent all the time. If my phone had sound on it, it would just continuously make a noise. Like just a continuous. It would never stop. So it's on silent at all times. No vibrations, nothing. Otherwise, I have a breakdown. Yeah.
I do. I know you like those like really fancy watches, but I don't. I kind of get it all through here as it goes off right now. Actually, Ajito is messaging me because I told him from Ovi. Told him that I was like at Rugged.
Yeah.
And he's like ready to get on a call with me. By the way, the Ovi guys are great. They have been top notch. They're totally open to feedback. And he spent. I was on the Discord call with him for about 90 minutes the other night, and I could have easily spent more time with him had I not felt like I was going to piss my pants. So cool people. Everybody's great over there at the team. Hopefully we can do another. As a matter of fact, I mean, I'm gonna restream this because this is recording. I'm actually going to send this through as a recording later, so the OV folks can see it on there too. But yeah. So what's going on the other side of the world, D? How's things?
What's up, Chief? Yeah, things are good.
Hey.
Things are good. It's 3:15. It's not as late as I thought it was, to be fair. But
yeah, it's almost time to start your day.
Good. All is good.
Nice. I know you've been busy over there, man. Posting some pics from Paradise. It looks looks awesome. What did you did you rent a bike?
Yeah, I've got a bike out here. It's so much easier to get around because if I had to sit in the traffic, then I probably wouldn't be here still because cars are a nightmare.
Yeah.
But,
nice. That makes sense.
Good stuff. There's an event on the 21st, big crypto event, so I'll be there as well.
Nice. Sounds like you actually are talking into your pillow. And you might be, and that's okay.
It's my pillow.
That's better. Or do you not have pillows over there? Over there.
No, just about.
Got to put a couple rocks under your head.
More like straw.
Get comfortable. Straw. Nice. Well, okay. I guess we should get started. We've got a lot of information to go over, and we're gonna hear a lot from Barilla today. So, for those of you that have never heard him before, it's going to be a treat. Um, he is our chief operations officer, and he operates as well, just like not with a scalpel and a knife. And he has been the brainchild behind our upcoming NFT launch. And I got some questions for you, man. Well, actually, I don't, but I think the community does. I know we've been talking to a lot of ApeChain communities and other communities, and a couple of questions have come up. And, plus we haven't really said much about it except for little graphic teases here and there. So let's dive in and start off with, we've got a business that we're running with a legitimate source of revenue already. So why are we launching an NFT collection? What's up with that?
Well, it's very tough to not sound like an arrogant prick, but basically part of the answer is because we fucking can. And the reason we fucking can is because the level of benefits that we are able to provide to the user base, players, new, old, whatever you want to call them, is something that, in our opinion, should be much more present in the market. So just like when Gamblor got launched in July 2024, we did genuine market research and looked into the competition and towards the user bases and all that kind of stuff. And basically we distilled it down to 5 main points, right? And we said, look, if we deliver on this shit, we're definitely going to get market share. And the results speak for themselves, right? That's the reason so many people are in the space right now. And that's the reason, a very select group of people, which we call the aces, after grilling us with questions for a few days, like literally took 20% of the NFT supply. Everything we do has a thought process behind it. And after reaching more than 70 millions in place bets and more than 50,000 players, we did another series of market research and asking questions basically into what the offering is on the table and what's available to the players right now. And long story short, we saw an opportunity that can be, absolutely conquered by coming with a good value proposition for the players, both, new players, both older players, high rollers, casuals, and so on and so forth. This NFT collection has basically 2 objectives: user acquisition and user loyalty. And both of them are done by offering a win-win scenario for everyone. As you said, Daisy, we are a business, right? And we treat everything like a business, and everything needs to be tied to to our business mission. Hence, the deck by Gamblor is here to basically do what we did for 1 year, which is picking fights and trying to bring the market standard to where it should be. Our NFT will offer a better value proposition than anything else out there. Like, in no way, shape, or form will you be able to access the level of benefits and utilities that we are offering with the NFT in other casinos, whether Web 2 or Web 3, without wagering, the likes of 5 to 6 figures per month. And even more than that, God forbid you go on a fucking vacation and don't feel like playing in the casino for a month, you're going to get relegated. Not with us. And basically, all this kind of information, we distilled it down from doing the market research, looking into the loyalty programs. And when you put work into something, you want to extract value as well. Hence, we're selling this fucking NFT because it's an amazing value proposition for the players. That's why we can, and that's why we're doing it. Sorry, I didn't want to sound very aggro, but I got pissed off basically when we were developing the NFT. Like, when I looked around the numbers and all what was being delivered in the market, I saw the fact that it's an amazing opportunity for us, and we're gonna tackle it. And in the end, I believe that this will make our own industry and niche in Web3 much better, because when a competitor comes and offers a shitload of other benefits that others do not, others will react. So it's a net positive for the entire space.
I mean, it makes sense. It's partly marketing. It's partly, kind of a community entitlement. I don't know if that's a good word to choose, but if you own these things, you are going to have these benefits for as long as you have them. And I think that's great. Like you said, most require a wagering requirement monthly to get these benefits, and with these, you have it. You don't play for a month. Okay, who gives a damn? You don't play for 6 months. We're still here. You jump back in. You can do your maybe free spins or whatever is offered, and no sweat, and maybe
It's
your NFT gained value as well at the same time.
exactly like it's one of the situations like me and you and many others remember from the NFT bull run of 2021, especially when you had an NFT which was linked to an utility. You mainly had these sort of questions from the more skeptics, from the more skeptical side of the market, being like, yo, is it just what's it called, a gimmick? Like, do you actually need to add the web3 layer on this? And basically with our NFT, it's one of those in which no, you don't necessarily need to, but it definitely changes the experience and it helps. Like, one could say, okay, in traditional web2 casinos, you just need to reach the wagering requirements, and that's it, you gain these benefits. Okay, cool. However, the issue with that is the fact that, hey, the moment you lose a certain average or whatever, you get relegated. Plus, you need to actually build your way up to reach those benefits from the get-go. So then the questions could be, okay, what if I just do a one-time payment on my account and I access those benefits forever? Cool. That's also a scenario that we can implement. However, what if those benefits you can then further sell over to another player? Let's say you got tired of our casino, you hate Andy, me, Dizzy, whatever. One day you just chose violence and said, fuck these guys. Okay, cool. You can do that, but also sell it to someone else who said, no, I think those guys are actually cool. So this is where basically the NFT aspect comes very nicely linked to our business and our proposal, that it makes sense. Like any other way, shape, or form, I don't see it being the same winning scenario for a customer, because in the end, the one which wins the most from this is the customer, because they can then sell it at a higher value.
Which is great. I mean, first of all, ApeChain, I don't even know if that was mentioned, but I think that would kind of go without saying. I mean, if anybody's even looking at the bottom banner, launching on ApeChain, and it's really exciting because things are really heating up. I mean, mints are taking off. Values of there's already beginning to be an established like set of blue chips on the chain of NFTs, and that's great. Obviously, of some developers that have been pivotal in the actual Bored Apes ecosystem, and I think that's tremendous. And we're here to make our impact on that as well. How many are we going to be launching?
So the maximum supply that will be minted will be 7,000 pieces. And when I say maximum supply, I'll get into it in a bit. But basically, the whole collection will be 7,777 because it's linked to the casino team with all the sevens because we are creative as fuck. However, we're stopping at 7K maximum supply. And the reason I'm saying it's a 7K maximum supply doesn't necessarily need to be 7K. We will be, we closed the first private sale with our ACES community, 20% is done. Now we're entering the private sale with the ApeChain community with a dedicated offer for the ApeChain community. It's the Bored Apes and the Mutant Apes. By the way, if you want to get in, like DM your project leader, founder, whatever, if they're on ApeChain, get in touch with us, because this form will only be sent to the community leaders and stuff. Then we're going to go in whitelist and public. We have been challenged on the collection size, so I'm just going to answer this by default because I'm sure the questions will come. We have been challenged on that, and the answer I have in this way is the following. It might sound absolutely nuts, but initially we wanted to go with 10,000 pieces. Why? Because our data supports it. Like the current user behavior, user numbers, metrics, however you want to fucking call them, from our inception till now shows us that yes, 10K is 100% possible to be sold. However, we said that with no amount of data behind us, will people not call us retards and fade us and say, okay, this is a cash grab or anything like that. So we said, let's cut it in half, but basically by cutting it in half, we will shoot ourselves in the foot. because it's way too low. So we landed on this number. However, I believe that the ultimate judge is always the market. So we will not be extending this in any way, shape, or form. Like if our assumption is wrong, and hey, actually 7,000 is too high, 24 hours after public is open, that's it. It's cut. Like whatever will be minted until then, that will be the result. Um, while it sounds like a big number, what you got to think about is also the tiers. The fact that depending on how many NFTs you hold, you access different utility tiers. Let's say the biggest one. The biggest one is Platinum. That's 21 NFTs. 21 NFTs in a total supply of 7,777. My math might be wrong, but I'm guessing that's around 370 in total Platinum members that we can have on this tier. The data shows us that easy right now we can have anywhere between 200 and 230 platinum holders right now with the current user data. So basically, by buying DS NFT, you bet on the fact that Gamblor will continue growing its user base and in the end growing its high rollers.
Should I launch that graphic now?
Yeah, fuck it, launch it. Fine.
Yeah, fuck it. All right, I've got to switch modes here, but keep talking.
So basically, you bet on the fact that, look, now, because Gambler, everything that we have done in the past year has been organic, right? We didn't do paid marketing, shills, any of that stuff. Like everything has been organic, word of mouth. Basically, our thesis got confirmed. We delivered on those 5 pillars that we marked, and basically now we have them. Now it's kind of like this. You're betting on the fact that with the whole weight of the ApeChain community and what the huge stuff that is coming on ApeChain, because you definitely see it on the feed right now. It's like, the dragon being woken up. We would be increasing that user base. In the case in which we wouldn't, we should anyway like shoot ourselves and that's it, like close. We suck at business if we don't do that. But the history so far shows that we're pretty good. Is this visible? So this is what everyone sees
yes,
right now?
Yes, this is what everybody's seeing right now. Yes,
awesome.
Sir.
Yeah, these are the numbers. So as you know, we are very good at releasing alpha drop by drop and all that kind of shit that other people do in Web3. This is the full thing. Like you can screenshot this and send it to the casino you're using right now and tell them, hey, can you give me this? And probably they will say yes. If you wager more than 10,000, 50,000 per month, they might give you the platinum tier. With us, basically, you get it at 21 NFTs, and that's roughly $4,000 at the public price of $150. That's going to be the public price on the mint. So we can go in it one by one. We will also, by the way, start deploying this stuff on X as well, because some of them need to be explained. Some of them are self-explanatory, right? Like weekly cash back on the sportsbook from 15% to 5%. So basically, at the end of the week, you have a P&L. I know you placed bets of $1,000 and you lost $1,000. There you go. $150 will be in your account at the end of the week to you to further play with. By the way, everything that we're offering here, like weekly cash back, weekly free spins, weekly cashback on casino, all this shit does not come with additional, what's it called, wagering requirements. That will be money in your account that you will be able to make a choice. You can play with it further or you can withdraw it. And that applies to the free spins as well. So basically on the free spins, you will see it it will be an awesome day during the week when everyone will come in and they will see their account and they will have a section which says your weekly free spins on these games or whatever. You go in there, you start playing. Whatever you win, you can do whatever you want with that money. And you can withdraw it or you can further play with it. We're not stopping you, like no issue there. I highly encourage, people who are playing on other casinos, go take this because this is public right now. Take this print screen and challenge your casino to give you the same benefits and see what kind of benefits they can give you on that. So, as I said, this is going to be a net positive for the space in the end because there's going to be a shitload more features and benefits for the users. Let me think. What else?
Could you maybe run down the count per tier of NFTs?
21 for platinum.
I don't see that on here.
Yeah, it's not. That's my bad. I fucked up. Sorry. For platinum tier, 21 NFTs. 21. For gold, 10. for silver 5, for bronze 1. The benefits are capped at 21 NFTs, by the way. So I know there are people who are buying more. We haven't made the decision, and I didn't run the numbers yet. Maybe this is in no way, shape, or form a promise. Maybe something like a diamond tier could come up for like, I don't know, 50 NFTs or something like that. But we need to have a serious think about it and run some numbers, because what's very cool is the fact that theoretically the players who will be holding the platinum tier will be the ones which will be the least profitable for us, right? Because okay, they're gonna get a shitload of benefits, they're gonna get a shitload of more money in their accounts, as they play. So we need to run some numbers, and then we'll see what's what. But yeah, platinum 21, gold 10, silver 5, bronze 1.
Okay, I'm gonna pull this off for now. Unless you want to dive into more of any of these.
Uh, I'm looking at the chat right now. If there's anything that is not understood, uh, ping us there, because for us they all make sense, because we've been looking at this shit for the past 3 months, right? So if there is anything that somebody doesn't understand, please post a question in the chat, and we will answer it. Risk Free Sportsbook is actually pretty entertaining. So basically on that one, that's where everyone is on the same playing field, because it's something fun that we want to use to get people more used to a sports book, because we have the biggest and most diverse sports book, right, in Web3 casinos or whatever. It's bigger than the biggest Web2 one. I'm not sure if I can say the name, that's why I'm not saying it publicly. And basically you get 3 points. With those points you place bets. At the end of the day, we will supply a prize pool with real money and prizes and stuff like that. And basically, the top 3, top 5, top 10, whatever, we'll be splitting that prize pool. And we will be providing a prize pool on a daily basis, which is quite cool, because, it gets more people to try, have fun, interact with each other. Probably Skux is gonna have his own academy or something after this one. So that's another wiki thing. Some people have asked, yo, why are we getting the same points and whatnot? Dude, it's the base utility. Someone needs to have fun, and everyone needs to be on the same playing field at one point. And this is the one that we have chosen. If at some point in time people feel like, hey, those should be changed, no, they won't. That's how we designed them, and that's how they're gonna be.
Nice. And of course, kind of heading back to the actual NFT itself. We'll get back to the utilities in a minute, but who designed these things? And I don't have a preview file loaded, by the way. I saw that one that Andy posted. I should have stole that one so I could post it. But tell us a little bit about what went into making the actual design of the NFT.
So we have 2 amazing people in our design and creative department. One is called G-Man, the other is called Euro Sad Boy. We decided to go the route of realistic, just because at one point everyone wanted to be so different that normality starts becoming the thing that stands out, right? So we went to a realistic look, planets aligned, because they're gonna look really cool. You're gonna have some very sick accessories and clothes and stuff like that, which might look also very cool in a metaverse, say other side. And a bit of alpha for everyone. This is not visible, but me and Andy have seen it. The NFTs are actually designed as full body. What you see is just from the top up, because that's the PFP, but they are already planned and sketched as 3D renders as a full body, just like they might match a freaking metaverse at some point for a big metaverse casino or something.
Dang it, I muted myself. I said, wouldn't that be something now?
That would be pretty cool. Yeah. And
nice.
yeah, I think the collection is quite evenly split between men and women, different skins, hairstyles, accessories, and all that kind of stuff. Yes, the background is a card, a playing card, hence the name, the deck by Gambler. And our branding helps us a lot. Like black and gold is a pretty sick combination, and it stands out very nicely. So we think that they're gonna be solid material to see a lot of PFPs getting changed into the deck by Gambler after the claim is done. Sorry.
Hey, no, that's great. And also worth noting, G-Man is the one that designed the base layout and the overall theme of Gambler Casino itself.
Yeah, they're legends, both of them. Like really talented individuals. We couldn't. I mean, first and foremost, they're both Romanian, so by default, they're awesome. With Romanians, who basically get the best value for money. They are extremely talented, hardworking, and that's why. Like, I don't think we made it public, but basically, G-Man is our creative director now. And after like 2 or 3 months of collaborating, okay, we brought the dude in house, and then he's gonna lead a lot more. He has a very awesome artistic eye, extremely talented, but more than anything, the guys are extremely hardworking, responsive, and they're not the kind of dudes who, the moment you ask them something, they come back and hit you with the, yeah, but it's not in the offer. They do it, and this was very smart on their side. Actually, they did a lot of work proactively, and they did a lot of stuff proactively, so they scored a shitload of emotional credit with us. So the moment, okay, hey, we should bring them in house, it became a no-brainer. So yeah, they're with us for the long run.
That's fantastic. That's amazing. So unrivaled utility within the casino.
Yeah.
Unrivaled art.
Yeah.
And let's see here. Tell us. We get this question a lot, so might as well just dive right into it. Again, being that we have a business that generates its own revenue, everything else. Since we're minting for those reasons that were mentioned earlier, what's going to happen with those funds? I mean, 777 times 150. I mean, people can do the math. What's that?
We're gonna rug. No, sorry.
God damn it.
I would say there's two big pillars. So people gotta understand the following. Like, okay, yeah, the revenue, like the total place bets is great. The revenue is great. However, this team has been expanding, and we have reinvested constantly because the higher the user base, the more server space you gotta take and all that kind of shit. So our fixed costs and variable costs have been increasing, but okay, let's say that's sustained by the business. Gambler has delivered on its base, right? And we have shown the fact that, okay, by doing what everyone else is doing but better, we can get market share. Now is the time to differentiate ourselves, and that means accelerating in two big areas: development and marketing. In terms of development, as we said, people are already have seen the kind of Gambler originals that we have brought out. Okay, they have seen the tip of the iceberg, because in total I think we got close to 10 games in development already, plus additional partnerships with the likes of Panenka FC, where we brought the fantasy football platform, and so on and so forth. Our aim long term is for Gambler to not be just a pure gambling play. It's got to be a whole ass experience, something for everyone, and so on and so forth. So part of the fund, I would say a big pillar would be going towards the development costs, which are split into game development and then UI UX improvements. There is no secret. Like, we are fully aware of the fact that right now Gambler was awesome last year, but now with the results and the user base, it needs an update. A lot of that update is already done in the likes of visuals, Figma, and all that kind of stuff. It needs implementation, which needs to be extremely fast, efficient, and bug-free. For that, we need additional investment to have all the shit implemented. So that's the first pillar of the money. The second pillar of the money goes into marketing. And marketing is split in two. We have the user acquisition process, which is quite traditional Web 2. We're talking about, start running the ads and all that kind of stuff. And then the KOL/streamer marketing. And here, in order to access those really cool KOLs, by the way, everyone in the team knows my best guy is Togi. If at one point we get Togi, that would be like I can retire in that day happy with Gamblor. I mean, that's it. Let me spend one day with my bro Togi and I'm fine. I don't need another fucking promotion or anything. However, in order to access those, you have already fixed costs, like these kind of streamers, these kind of QOLs, which can, bring in the tens of thousands of eyeballs in one stream. These guys don't really only go on a rev share model. They go with the rev share model, but they have a fixed cost by default. In order to access that, we need to raise capital. Combine these, and we end up with what we want to raise with this NFT, so we can plug it directly in improving the user experience, improving the offering, and improving the number of eyeballs which come onto Gamblor.
Yeah, and worth noting, I know we've said it a number of times, but those that don't know, we've started Gamblor with $170,000.
Yeah,
That's the number, I believe.
yeah.
So it's not like we were, given this massive initial investment to build this platform. We started extremely efficient, and we continue to run that way. But as things grow, as the user base grows, obviously we do have to make sure that the site can handle the accelerated traffic, and also the design is top notch. And like you said, when we implement that, I mean, it's got to be quick. First thing that pops up, we gotta. It's like a whack-a-mole maybe sometimes. Where it's like, oh crap, that button's not there. Okay, we got to do that. I mean, obviously there's testing environments where we can get a lot of that hammered out before we send it live. But much like this stream and trying to be on Ovi and Abstract at the same time, you can test and test and test, and stuff can still go wrong. And we'd have those guys at the ready to fix that stuff. So
yeah. Plus, mobile optimization is another big thing. That's
huge.
It's a whole other fucking platform. Anyway, I hope that gives a decent explanation, because my initial moment, the first time I was, because we've been asked these questions, and first I gotta give a shout out to our ACES community, because in the, I would say 72 hours after we deployed the AMA with them, the level of questions is exactly what you want from a community, dude. Like it was freaking amazing, business oriented. So kudos to all those people. Love them to death. They're amazing. There were moments in which at some point I wanted to reply, because we fucking can, because it's not like you don't. I said this when we were discussing the call. Let's say tomorrow Tesla launches a new model. You're not going to go to Tesla and ask them, why are you launching a new model? You're already selling all these fucking cars. Why do you need more revenue? Because it's a business. Like, make no mistake, we will always disproportionately reward our user base versus other casinos. We will always come with great offers, great incentives, and spoil them as much as possible, which is something that we have done in the past. But in the end, it's a business, and in the end, we will be using every avenue to increase our revenue, increase our profitability, and so on and so forth. An NFT raise is in the books because basically I can disrupt the market by offering something that a lot of other casinos don't offer, or they only make accessible to a select few, and you gotta work your way up there. With this, we bring something new. If I'm bringing something new, bringing something disruptive, I should definitely charge for it. So that's how it goes.
Yeah, we've been in this space a long time, and a lot of people think that the questions that apply to a startup when they're using an NFT launch to raise funds for their initial fundraise, basically, those questions are applicable. What are you going to do with the money? Why am I doing this? What do I get in return? Because is it just a picture that I put on my X profile, that I put in Discord? Or is this something that actually is a worthwhile investment? What are you going to do to either raise the floor price or make this thing more valuable than the money I put into it? I'm not just giving you guys money as a donation. It is definitely different when you're
Which is what
selling a product.
99% of people in NFTs already do. Like, let's be honest, me and you have wallets filled with absolute trash.
With
Like we
shit,
have with
absolute
shit.
fucking shit. That's true. But I mean, we're not actually selling an investment here. So I guess the difference
No.
here is that we're selling a product. And
Yeah,
so
we're selling something tied to a business, which in the end, because you see all these people who you see all the experts and the KOLs and Web3 marketing agency leads and all that kind of shit talking about the scarcity aspect, talking about the FOMO aspect, talking about making it desirable and all that kind of shit. Then you already see those fucking posts with believe in something. That believe in something is what drives me absolutely fucking mad. All these are just excuses for mediocrity and for not delivering something good tied to a business how it should fucking be. Like, we also said, I mean, theoretically, this is also an investment for some people, and we took this into consideration, right? If you're a pure flipper, which I don't fault in any way, shape, or form. I used to flip NFTs. Everyone did it. There's no harm, no foul. If you're a flipper, yeah, the exclusivity and the scarcity aspect is there due to the fact that only 370 platinums can ever be out there. And another very important point, I think there hasn't been one single statement that we made that we went back on, or if something happened, I can be shown, then I will apologize. This will be the only mint of this thing. Like after this thing gets rolled out, you can view it as a test as well for our user loyalty and VIP program, a test at larger scale. Further down the line, we have plans for a user loyalty program which will absolutely blow every other fucking casino out of the water. We can do it. These NFTs will not become obsolete. Like they will act as boosters, and all of a sudden, the value gets even increased at an individual basis because every single NFT will provide a boost. And yes, if you'll have a set by default, you will have the highest boost possible on the benefits which will be rolling out at some point in time, quite soon, and probably will spill that alpha in the coming months because we absolutely fucking suck at keeping alpha internally. And that's how it's gonna work. In the end, it's tied to a business, it's tied to a benefit. There is a flipping aspect to it. Um, and our job further down the line will also to make that flipping possible. Because in the end, our interests are aligned. The floor price for this NFT will constantly increase as the user base increases. Lo and behold, the money raised by this NFT will basically go towards increasing the user base. So we're kind of reinvesting it into growing the floor price by default. If that's what you're interested in, 100%.
Well, and not just growing the user base just by marketing or by just kind of word of mouth type of thing. It's also widening our user base by offering more options on the site, different things people can do, different games they can play. Like adding the fantasy football, adding different features that might not have people drawn in right now, but they're like, oh shit, Gambler's got that. I want to check it out. And that will just organically add more and more users. And they're like, oh, you know what? There's an NFT that gives you all this stuff too. I want that. I maybe only want one, or I have to have 5, or I will go for the coveted 21, and that's going to happen. Everybody's going to have that thing. There's also going to be those status people. They're going to want to be in that Discord with that diamond color thing next to them. Saying that platinum. Did I screw up the top tier? Yeah, it's platinum, right?
Yeah, platinum's the top tier. You're
Okay.
good.
Well, yeah. So, and they may want to have those 21 just for that status thing. Those people are out there too. And you know what? That's cool. But everything will not only grow through the advertising or, other marketing or word of mouth. It's going to be organic as well. And plus we've got some other cool stuff in the pipeline that's going to draw a number of users, tapping markets that we aren't able to tap at this point. And that's going to just organically grow us exponentially. That's all I'll say. But yeah,
By the way, this
If
is a
we
quick
don't,
question. I forgot to answer. I forgot to ask this. Um, we might have agreed as a team, but probably we did not announce it. Did we announce that we're giving up a free mint for people promoting this space? I totally blanked out that I just remembered right now.
no, this is the first I'm hearing it. Thanks.
Ah, perfect.
First time hearing it.
Awesome communication from my side.
Yeah.
Well, he thought it, so it must have gone to the team.
Cool. I'll just probably throw the blame on D tomorrow. Be like, what the fuck are they
No,
doing?
blame Georgina because she's not in here.
That's right, she's
Georgina
not
did
here.
it.
She has no internet.
Fucking bitch. Yeah, just throw it all on Georgina.
Cool. So then in that case, anyone, please, if you go on Gamblor Casino, spread this thing, repost it. I don't even know how it works right now. Is this like a space? It just gets retweeted, or actually
Yeah, it does have its own link,
Mhm.
and it can be retweeted. Of course, it's not the same link as the original one because I'm a buffoon.
Mhm.
And as techie as I like to think I am, and as prepared as I like to think I get, stuff still goes wrong. Love it.
You know what? Let me. So let's do it like this. You talk and say shit, whatever you feel like, while
Okay.
I write up a quick post in which we also put this picture. Right now, it's gonna come from Andy's account. Like, comment, retweet, tag people, whatever the fuck. Bookmark it as well.
Okay.
And we're gonna actually, let's not just pick one. Let's pick 2 people in the next 24 hours. Each of them will get a free mint.
Free mint. Free mint. So in the meantime, Andy, how's that meth?
The meth. The thing is that
Solid, mate. It's fucking solid.
that was not a popular joke, genuinely.
No, and you tried the callback and the callback, and you gave it a go, but it was certainly not popular. But you know what? We own this stream, so we can say whatever the fuck we want.
Oh god, yeah. I mean, it's yeah. It was definitely an unpopular joke. The best bit, but the highlight of that space though, wasn't the joke. It was me telling the now head of DeFi at ApeChain to grow the fuck up. Which because when I said that to him, he wasn't the head of DeFi at ApeChain. But he is now. But it still applies.
So he grew the fuck up. And he
did,
very quickly,
rapidly. He literally
took your advice well.
100%. He finished that space, got on the phone to Cam, and he was like, "This guy's just told me to grow up. I need a job." And then Cam was like, "I got you. Here you go, head of DeFi." I don't even know what DeFi does. I don't even know what the head of DeFi is.
But don't worry, we don't do DeFi, so there's no paths crossing there.
It's pretty sick though. Like, if you go into his profile, he has some pretty sick stuff happening though. Like,
yeah, he's
where credit is due. Like, he's a pretty cool dude.
Yeah.
By the way, I have to go back to this. I'm posting this comment on the stream here because I love it. There better be a wheelchair trade.
Look, I'm gonna get G-Man in Euro
Is this Misha?
to make a one of one.
It is Misha.
One for Misha.
It's coming from a gentleman that is in a wheelchair. We are not making fun of a demographic whatsoever.
No,
that is legitimately from community member.
Yeah, Misha 100% will get you a one of one. Just gonna need some time.
We gotta do it because it's not a question of if. When they get implemented on the other side, we gotta do that 100%.
Oh, you caught that here first.
And it's just for Misha. Like, shit.
Absolutely,
I'm threading lightly right now on this topic, but for Misha, 100% did.
Yeah,
like, no question.
Yeah. And he can finally get that advertising wheelchair that he's been asking about for
100%.
a year and a half now.
Yeah, that's a solid plan. A sponsored like a rally car with the numbers on, all the logos, and a full sleeve tattoo with my face.
That's right. It can have the solid side wheels. It won't have those spokes like most wheelchairs have. It'll have the solid side.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Almost look like Tesla wheels.
Aerodynamics as well.
Yeah, because my wife's car's got like these hideous looking rims on it. and you can take them off, but they're like, no, it saves. It's better for how the wind passes through it and saves the
Yeah.
battery power. And I'm
Fuck
like,
that. No, mate. That's not for me.
bro, I will admit,
I ask the opposite questions when I get a car. It's
that's
like,
right.
will this cost me at least 50 pence per mile to drive it? And if the answer's no, I'm not buying it.
There's no way this has got horsepower behind it if it does not just guzzle gas.
No. No, it's like, how big is the engine? Is it completely economical? Is it likely to be banned in the next 5 years in the UK? I'll take it. That sounds good. And then
I
the
had
best
my
thing is that I'm a fucking recluse, so I don't really go out of my house.
right.
Very rarely, anyway. So then I don't even use it. So it just sits on the drive.
I had my first Darren Brooks moment last night, because when my wife went to work, the chargers that are there at work were all occupied. She couldn't get there. Now it's 50 miles each way to her office, so she got it back, and it was like 22%. And I'm like, fine. I said, I'll go take it down to the charger and get it charged for you. Now, thank goodness this is not Southern California, so we're pretty red here where we are. So I still don't know that there's a huge belief in that type of thing. So that at least the chargers are free and empty, but still had to go out of my way just to plug the bitch in and get it charged up real quick.
Do you not have a charger at your house?
I do, but it's only 110 volt right now. I'm waiting for the permits to go through for the 220 charger. So, which is actually offered through my electric company. So automatically, however long it should take, triple that. And I am putting a damn charger in my house. So at that point, and also it's like a flat rate too, because it's done through the electric company. I only pay X per month, and I get charges all the time. But anyway, bro, what the hell, bro? Are you almost done over there?
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah, and they
trying to.
like you saw
Busy, one
his
sec.
face trying
I've
to
just
read it.
seen a question in chat regarding NFTs and tiers from Krabu. So bronze is 1 NFT, silver is 5, gold is 10, and platinum is 21.
And what's the question?
The number
Regarding
per
NFTs.
Okay.
Yep. But do we have an announced launch date yet?
Last week of August. So in the last week of August, we're gonna. Actually, this is alpha as well, but you know who's gonna be really fucking happy with this? The Aces. So, we're so the ApeChain the ApeChain private sale starts like now. We deployed it to a couple of very close communities, like KC, Saints of LA, and Chums, and the typical Tigers with King Sleeper and Don Diablo in the past few days. But right now, okay, we're starting tomorrow. We're entering a lot of spaces and all that kind of stuff from the ApeChain community to discuss specifically the NFT launch. So we're gonna spread around the private sale form to them as well. This will last until next week, the end of next week, which should be 23rd, if I'm not mistaken, or some shit like that. Then in the last week of August, we go with the whitelist and public sale part, where by default for whitelist spots, follow Andy, follow Gamblor, we're gonna start ramping them up and offering them there as well. Then in the last days of August, in that weekend or until Friday, because the whitelist is gonna last probably like 24 hours, public 24 hours, and that's it. It's done and dusted. Then we're gonna go on the claim page, where we deployed a very sick experience. And again, shout out to G-Man and Euro Sad Boy, where basically we're gonna have a slot machine which spins 5 main trades on your NFT. At the end of the entire spin, it lands on something. There you go. That's your NFT. So we're gonna make a whole deal out of it. That's gonna be another good opportunity. Yeah, I think I said it before. I'm confused, dude.
No. We haven't. This has not been said to anyone publicly.
Okay. Well, there you go. Yeah, that's what's gonna fucking happen. And that's gonna be a very awesome stream on OV as well. And we definitely want to make it a big ass event, because certain trades, certain combinations will unlock some winnings. You know, we're gonna have a prize pool: 100, 200, 500, $1,000, various prizes to make a great day for some people out there. Some people that bought the NFT, otherwise fuck off. Then as we will close that, then on September 1st, all the utilities will come into play. In order to make sure everything is flawless, we need to start testing, deploying those utilities and make sure they spread around accordingly. And here I'm talking about the cashbacks, the free spins, and so on and so forth. And that's why we asked our aces to basically give us their Gamblor IDs. So if you're an ace and you're listening to this, please fill it by Friday. Because basically who's there, and we know we're going to start testing. And testing means they're going to get free spins, they're going to get cashbacks, they're going to get various stuff, which they can use, test. And this is not necessarily, I mean, this is house money, but you're going to test it just like the utility is live. So if Jazzy, for example, will win shit with her probably 250 free spins, Jazzy can do whatever the fuck she pleases with that money. Like, she can withdraw it, she can play it further, or whatever else. So the aces will get a head start on the utility. Hence, keeping true to our promise made almost like 2 years ago, right? Aces get priority for everything, and this is no exception on that.
That's right. That's actually I've got to do this just because that's so badass. Yeah, the aces are the ones that were with us from the very beginning before we even launched the website. They were the ones that helped us get going, and we will always pay it back. This is great. I love this. Jazzy says, "You guys withdraw."
By the way, real quick, so here it is. Dizzy, I'm gonna drop it on our WhatsApp. So basically, this post, I'm not sure if it can be pinned or whatever the fuck we need to do. I reposted it from Gamblor. Actually, no, we're doing like, look, everyone, go to Andy's profile. If you don't follow Andy, you are making a mistake already. Not the pin post, the next one. Actually, Andy, you can pin this one now. But the latest post, which starts with "There is nothing better than the deck" by Gambler Casino. Go in there, like, retweet, tag some people. Tag a casino. Actually, this is the point. Let us know if there are any other casinos offering this for 150 USDC per NFT. For real, tag them. Like, if you see better benefits or more easily accessible, tag the casino, and basically you can call me a dumbass and say, "Oh my god, this dude is such a dumbass." Do that, spread the word, and in the next 48 hours, let's put it like that, 2 people will get a free mint on that.
Oh yeah. So, you said how long? 24 hours? I got distracted by
48
reading Andy's post.
48 hours. 48 hours.
48 hours. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's cool. I mean, we can let it run for a bit since we've got a week and change plus for mint.
Mm.
But that's cool. I got to close that, or I will pull an Andy and be completely distracted staring at that.
Yeah. Go there. And so there is something, for example, there is some other funny stuff that that we have done. So we are notorious for being quite loose when it comes to giveaways and all that kind of shit. So, for example, I said on some previous, not I said, Andy said on some posts that he put out, we said, "Look, save this and hold us accountable." Save this and hold us accountable was basically a hint to bookmark it. Like, people who bookmarked, we already looked at all the people who bookmarked it. One person from those, and I think we're talking like 5 or 6 bookmarks, but we'll get a free mint as well. So always pay attention to what we're saying in posts. We give away a lot of stuff. We're gonna give away free mints, whitelist spots, and so on and so forth. And we also disproportionately reward those who disproportionately support us, go the extra mile, and so on and so forth. So I would say that for the next few weeks, following us, engaging will always be rewarded. It's actually been a while since we did Gambler credits or coupons for people to play on the casino, so probably that's something we're gonna reactivate moving forward. And yeah, just like literally just engage, because we hold true to our promises, right? We're selling like some real stuff here. We're not selling a $150 fucking raffle ticket so that the same free people can win a Bitcoin.
Yeah, that's it. We're selling utility, 100%. We have done everything we've said we're going to, except you did kind of blow up Andy's spot, by the way, on the stream. And I got to call you out, because one thing that Andy would always say is, I'm the person behind my X account and no one else. And you kind of blew that up a little bit today.
No, what he means is that if you go on my X and you look at any of the very information-filled posts about the deck, they are from, no one has access to my X, but they are from Barilla. Barilla will just send me a message and just say, okay, we're putting this out, post it this time. And that's only because my X gets more engagement than the Gambler X. But no one has access to my X. So you can tell anyway.
Okay.
Like you'll occasionally get tweets that have got some depth to them, and some of those are me. But any of the ones that are to do with the deck, all of its perks, everything else, the ones that look like a professional's done them. You've got like some writing, you've got a picture. That'll be Barilla, but he doesn't actually have any delegate access. He just sends me the message on WhatsApp and I post it.
I gotcha. I mean, I knew that he was obviously writing them, because I've known Barilla for quite some time, and I'm like, yeah, that's his work. That's not Andy putting that together.
No.
Not to belittle your your talents, but I think most people can tell the difference between when it's coming from your head and heart versus your COO.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's he's actually the VP. He's actually the second highest in Gambler.
Behind Georgina, of course.
No, he's higher than Georgina.
I was kidding.
he is the person immediately next to me. But yeah,
which Andy froze in to fix something usually after he froze a grenade or something.
Yeah, of course,
that was the joke.
It's not even. No, it's not that. What happens is, because we realised, like, I can answer, because Cam did this to me on the last call that I had with him, and he literally interrogated me for an hour and a half, and I'm not joking. Like, it was just solid question after question, and I can answer them. It's no problem. When you've got like the more refined pitch, because Barilla's a corporate guy. Yeah. So when you've got these pitches, he just does a much better job. So now it's like I turn up and I'm just like, oh yeah, hi, I'm Andy. And then I just don't fucking speak. We did it when we were in Dubai. Went to this stand and I was stood there waiting for Barilla to get there. And then I said, no, just wait for Barilla to get here. And then he came over and that was it. Then it was a 20-minute pitch to this woman. And I didn't speak. I don't even know what he said. I fucking glazed over. Like,
it's easy to do.
Yeah.
When you know the information and he starts going off, he's just like, it's not word salad. Every word is, except for so on and so forth, X, Y, and Z, and 100%. Every other word other than those are even those words, although spoken quite frequently, are targeted. He has a whole point behind everything he's saying, which is great. And you let him do it, but you know those points.
Structure. It's the structure of it as well. Like, it's the information, but then structuring it in a way that is appealing to someone listening to it, versus what I come out with, which usually starts over here, and then schizophrenia kicks in, and then it ends up somewhere else, and then another point goes in. It's like it isn't structured because I'm not a corporate person, but it's
Yeah.
it's this is the benefit of the Gambler team. Everyone brings different things to it, and it's what makes it as good as it is. It's the only reason that Gambler has done what it's done off the smallest investment known to man.
Yeah.
It shouldn't have worked. I had a call with someone today, and she was basically just like, "This is just fucking stupid. It's like, we shouldn't be speaking. You should not be telling me about this business that's been running because it shouldn't exist." And that is down to the team.
No, one of a CEO's, a successful CEO's greatest strengths is leveraging the strengths of those around him and understanding your own weaknesses. And you've done that.
Yeah.
Sometimes, regardless, you've done it, and it's great. I'm sure people actually listen to Barilla though because of his stature and his aggressiveness in speaking. And they just feel scared and feel like they have to listen to him a little bit.
I have to give this guy my wallet.
Yeah. It's also accurate, like genuinely, like
Yeah.
I have had almost no input whatsoever in the NFT. No exaggeration. Like the entirety of that NFT is down to Barilla, G-Man. I don't know anyone else that's really had much involvement in it. That's all down to Barilla. So when it comes to talking about the NFT, there would be no fucking point me speaking about it because I actually have no idea. I don't know if it's just going to collapse in 5 minutes. Might be a fucking giga rug. Do you know what I mean? It might launch and be like, shit, we're fucking broke. Why is this thing so good to customers? And then Barilla will just be there going, fuck you, Andy. It's if I'd made the NFT, it wouldn't be as generous as it is. It wouldn't have as much utility in it. I think it's pretty fucking good, and I can see people already tagging other casinos and slagging them off. Rollbit and Mega Dice have been mentioned, so I genuinely think that it will eclipse all of the other NFTs. And also, like MetaWin sold out a 10,000 supply. Well, their NFT was a fucking joke shop. I don't know if he's added some perks to it recently, but I'm going to put money on it. It's still a joke shop. Like fucking Fisher Price, my first NFT. And it's just, that's basically what it is. I'm not slagging MetaWin off, by the way. There's no, let's not start getting into any legal battles.
No. So actually, you bring up something that I wanted to ask Barilla. Now, with to get the perks after having 1, 5, 10, or 21 NFTs, do they just have to sit in the wallet that's connected to your Gamblor account?
No, you stake them.
Oh.
You stake them, and the way it will be done. We made life difficult for ourselves due to the fact that we, as I said, we pick fights, dude. And the reason the utility is weekly is basically we wanted to confirm the fact that this utility is fucking happening and it's for real ASAP. We didn't want to do it at month's end or any of that shit. So basically, yeah, we'll need to stake. And the way the staking will work, there will be periods in which you can stake recurringly, so to speak. So probably beginning of the week, end of the week, we got to figure that shit out. And yeah, that's how it's going to work. It's going to be a soft stake, I believe. It's not going to be a hard stake, so you're not sending your NFTs to another wallet or anything like that. Unless, our dev Manu, which definitely also huge shout out to our dev. Our dev is freaking amazing. Both Manu and Scott, our CTO. We'll see what's the best option, but yeah, staking will be required. As easy as that. 21 capped at it. Don't try to stake more. Nothing's gonna happen. Probably, I know, by some bug, let's say it goes through and you stake 100 NFTs. That's on you, dude. You're still gonna get the benefits for 21,
Right.
and that's gonna be it. Yeah, there's gonna be a staking mechanism involved.
Cool. So, yeah, I know we can't. Well, we don't like to mention too many of the other competitors that we're up against, but I just wanted to see if we could stake them, so we can, in turn, once we have that stake, that we can, we can have some serious mega winners.
Yeah, most likely.
You can mention them because we're kind of past the point now where I can get sued. Like, I can probably get sued. But genuinely, come at me, bro. I'll fucking rug. Like, I've said it from day one. Like, sue me. Like, Gamblor.io will be open the day after. It won't even be called the Dick. We'll rebrand the whole thing to the Dick. It's like, you fuck. Watch me, I'll do it.
The Dick from
Dick by
Gamblor.
Yeah, get fucked.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, guys.
Well, I was just going to say, are there any other points that we haven't hit that you really want to bring to anyone's attention?
No, I don't think so. Like the plan is pretty simple. So the Aces got their share, like 20% of the supply. Now we're going towards ApeChain. If you are, part of an ApeChain community, reach out to your project founder, leader, whatever. Get in touch with us, and we will plug you into the privacy. We already got in touch with like 15 plus community, and on this topic, shout out to Dilly, to Spend, to Ryan, to Blue Tiger, who got us in touch with various communities and so on, who expressed their interest in collaborating. So reach out, do that. We're closing this shit like the end of next week. Then we're going into whitelist and public. What will be minted, case closed, and then we go straight into the utilities on September 1st. Until then, we have the Aces, which will benefit from testing these utilities in the next week, so that everyone sees it's legit, it's happening, and it's done properly. So yeah, I would say that's it.
That's sweet. Well, as we've gone for a good while, anyone have any final points, any final words? We'll start with you over there, D, if you're still awake. You have anything that you'd like to add or sound off with?
Nothing in particular. Just appreciate everyone tuning in and listening to Brilla's class pitch as usual. And hopefully you'll max min. And if you don't, then I'm going to come knocking at your door. Simple as.
With a ladyboy.
Yeah, 100%.
That's the weapon.
Maybe an army of them.
with a cute lady boy. That's great. Andy, anything you want to sign off with us, my man?
No, this has been quite a quiet space for me. I've
Yes,
just
it
been
has.
sat here sweating to death in my office. No, thanks for everyone that's tuned in. And I will see you all on X.
Yeah. Barilla?
No, thanks anyone for tuning in. Thanks for your support. Thank you to the Aces. Thank you for everyone who is involved and has been supporting us in our journey. And let's mint the shit and then further dominate, make noise, pick fights, and in the end, raise the industry standard.
That's it. Everyone, we are Gamblor Casino. We can be found on Gamblor.io. We are indeed a gambling product. If you find yourself that you have an issue with your gambling habits, I'm sure that in your respective jurisdictions that there are resources that can be found to help you. And to keep in mind that nothing that you've heard here or seen here should be considered financial, legal, or drug advice. And it's been great having you all here. I think Andy looks like he's working on his faces for his NFT, his one of one. He's trying to figure out exactly which one he's going to go with. Kind of strange expression. I love that. Kind of like looks like he's holding in a giant one, and he's got to go to the bathroom directly after the stream, and that's very, very possible.
A giant penis. Basically, the weight of the penis is causing my face to sag. It's like a spiritual weight.
He loves when I give the disclaimers, that's Andy's favorite part of the entire stream.
It's not,
but
it isn't. It's definitely not.
But great hanging out, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Let's mint this bad boy out. Everybody, y'all have a great night. Go jump on our site and have some fun.